Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Conservative Poet with me, Amanya. Today we had an outing. Yes, a field trip, if you would call it that. Today was the unveiling of the new building, the new multicultural building in Pine Hills. And I was given an invitation to go to see the building and to also see, what was going on. And so, especially for my work in Pine Hills that I have, that I'm now that I'm involved and with the Pine Hills Federated Republican Women's Group there. So, because it's a multicultural space, some friends thought, well, it might be a good place for us to go and perhaps see and to be able to have our meetings and things like that. So, it was not a small group, but I'm going to say the invites were not going out to everybody. And so, politicians, of course, Mayor Demings was there. He was one of their key people, and Victoria Siplin. This was her baby, her project. She's actually not going to be going back into office. Her seat is going to be held by Michael Scott, the newly elected Michael Scott, who is going to be taking over her seat. And from what I could see today, she's done some really good work in the community, and she's done really good work with the seniors from what I can see. And they seem to really embrace her. They seem to really have taken a liking. I should say love. They seem to really love her. And so we hope, you know, Mr. Mike Scott, or I should say elect Commissioner Scott, will be able to take on that role and continue the good work that she's done. And so the ribbon cutting was in honor of her, being that tomorrow is her last day as commissioner. And so they wanted to do this project. They wanted to get this going, and as a goodbye to her and the work that she's done. And so a lot of the community was there, a good amount, definitely a lot of seniors were there, being that, again, she was very connected to the senior community there in Pine Hills. And so we were able to get a chance to go into the building, and I videotaped the whole thing. And so when I'm done with my spiel here, I'm going to play some of the video. And so I understand that, the building is not ready. It's nowhere near ready. This building has been vacant for many, many years, and it's been just sitting there doing nothing. And so from my walkthrough of the property, I could tell, the new electrical work, it looked like the ceiling seemed to be together as far as being in place. But other things, just it's not ready. And so at first we're thinking, well, it's not ready. So why are we even doing this? And then they're like, oh, it's going to be her last day. And so, they just wanted to do that. And so being out there, I spoke to some people, and somebody who works with Orange County government said that it would take them about, it should be ready by March of 2023. Realistically, I don't think so. Not March of 2023. I hope March of 2024, from what I'm seeing. And again, because of delays, things happen. And, and then when the rain weather comes, that'll be an issue. But maybe I'll be wrong and they'll have it up and running by Christmas. That's a joke. Yeah, Christmas of 2023. No, I wasn't kidding there. Christmas 2023 is more like it. But you're gonna see a video. I may just keep it quiet because it's noisy out there. So it's my first time really shooting footage content out there in the public square like that. So I probably got to figure out what tools I'm going to need to keep, noise down and things like that, because I'm going to record myself more when I'm out there in the arena doing the work, as I like to call it. So without further ado, I'm going to just let y'all see the video. I'll clip pictures together and so on, so you can see what I saw in the new multicultural. And one of the key things with the multicultural building, they do have a piece of artwork out there. I guess they kind of plastered it together for the sake of this opening. So you'll see it. It's like back there against like wood and so on. And so, yeah, it's not ready. But I understand why they did this. And one of the things some people said, well, you know what? This isn't the first time they've done something and they got the public all, excited about something, especially in Pine Hills, where nothing happens in Pine Hills. And so, so some people were like very skeptical about even going into the building and even seeing it, and saying, that, it could take a long time. They can put people's hopes up and nothing comes of it. But I'm hoping it's going to work out great. It's got great bones, as we say in the housing business. It's got great bones. Just got to get it done. So without further ado, I'm going to just play it and y'all can see how that went today. In the city of Pine Hills, Florida. So I wanted to add that the ceremony started with a prayer, and they didn't do any salute to the flag. Matter of fact, there was no flag in the building, probably outside of my brooch of my flag. So I thought that was interesting that there was no flag, no Florida flag, and this is the government, which means you should have the American flag out there, and you should have the Florida flag also. And so neither one of those were out there. So I just thought that was something interesting to note.
Just anyone?
I'll see you later, Joyce.
Nice to see you.
Hello.
Perfect weather.
Where did Barbara go?
Oh, she's walking around. Barbara Anderson.
Miss Bell and Miss Horner.
Loving Heavenly Father, we thank you, O God, for your abundant love and your eternal wisdom. We humbly express our heartfelt gratitude for this blessed multicultural center. Lord, we thank you for the vision, the hard work, the dedication of Commissioner Sibling, and for all of our commissioners and our mayor to see this vision come to fruition. Lord, we thank you.
There was an incredible visionary who saw all of the details and brought all of it together. And so at this time, I would like to recognize Commissioner Victoria P. Sipling, District 6, Orange County. Wow, what a magnificent Monday morning. Thank you, Mayor, so much for your support. I am so grateful for this momentous occasion and happy to see so many beautiful faces today. Again, I'm pleased to be joined by my colleague, Commissioner Moore, and Commissioner-elect Mike Scott. And I share the honor of representing Pine Hills with Commissioner Moore. So again, thank you for the collaboration and the work that we do together for Pine Hills. Since day one, when I was in office, I was approached by many residents during the campaign. We want a center that we can call home, and where families can get essential social and educational services. They can host neighborhood meetings, celebrate counties. We can celebrate the county's diversity as a culture, and a big, large, enough accommodations where we can grow as a Pine Hills community. And I can tell you, part of the residents that were praying, they were there advocating for this center, are the wonderful, I call them the seasoned folks in our community, and that's our Pine Hills seniors. And the story of this property began with a phone call, and I would love to, at this time, recognize Miss Wanda Phillips. Wanda, can you just raise your hand? Wanda is the reason why we're here. One of the reasons, she helped find this location, and she was like, I got the perfect location. This was the old Goodings. It was a supermarket, and it had remained vacant for so long. So again, Wanda, thank you for helping us locate this facility. You get residents. Before our meeting, my Pine Hill seniors would come and we would pray. Yes. Before every meeting that we had in the office. So you guys have been just tremendous. But I'd let you guys say a few words. Yes.
Thank you and good morning. I'm Gina. I'm co-founder and past president of Pine Hill Seniors. And I just want to, as Commissioner mentioned, that we would pray.
I remember Commissioner Siplin. She was working hard for the money. She worked hard for the location. Yes. And she worked hard for us. And she wanted us to have a home. She promised us a home. She said it. And we're here today. Just look at it. I came and picked out the office. I mean, what a privilege I have. Gandhi once said, the strength doesn't come from the size of a man, it comes from the heart. And you look around and tell me the size of her if it didn't come from her. So, I want to give credit to everyone who was involved, but I want to give credit to my commissioner, who, like I said, worked so hard for District 6 for 8 years. She did everything she could and did. And now here we are. So at this moment, for Pine Hill Seniors, I want to give her this award. And it reads, yes, it reads, in recognition of your outstanding generosity and service of 8 years to the Pine Hill Seniors. And we love you. I know. Thank you, everyone.
In the second phase, our senior center, the senior portion is the second phase, and Lonnie had his hands all in that area. So I just want you guys to remember Lonnie, because he could not be with us.
Sincere privilege of having Commissioner Siplin and Mayor Demings on my board for quite a while. And I wanted to thank Commissioner Siplin for inviting me to this wonderful event. The new Cultural Center is beautiful, and it is a privilege to be a part of this. At CFX, we hope to begin talks soon with this community to see if we might be able to utilize this beautiful artwork on one of our facilities nearby. Our agency has been serving the region for over 60 years. Our community and customers are our first priority. Recently, we have begun looking at additional ways we might transform the facilities on our system to reflect the culture and the spirit of the people that live and work in these areas, providing a sense of place and pride. As we explore the opportunities near this community, we look forward to future discussions with the artists and key community members, and I look forward to a very productive discussion, and hopefully you will see this artwork alongside the expressway near this community. Thank you. Thank
We pray for her. She just said her son could have another party with his
Yeah. It's amazing. I'm just curious as to when is it all going to be finished?
They say March, but I would say more summer because there's always delays. But I mean, they're doing good. It's beautiful.
It is. So why do this so early then?
Because Commissioner Siplin has done her term.
Oh.
It's her last day.
Oh.
It's her legacy project.
I get
So she'll
it
be
now.
back around, but they wanted to honor her before her term was up. Call
That
her
makes
commissioner.
sense.
Because
That
we have a
makes
new
sense.
commissioner coming in.
Oh, Mike Scott.
Yeah. He seems nice. I don't know him.
I don't know him, just from the campaign trail. Not really, but I was just curious about it. Like, well, now that you've explained it to me,
Well, they were supposed to be done already, but there's been delays because of parts and things that aren't available. So it slows down the progress. And prices of everything have gone skyrocketing.
That's true if you can find it.
That's probably why they're doing it in 3 phases.
So what phase are we in now?
So folks, that is the video, but I will be making a part 2 of this because I've come across some interesting information in reference to this project that has been in the works for the past 6 years. And from what you just saw 6 years ago, millions of dollars, we should have more than that than what we've just seen. So next video, we're going to get into what happened, where's the money, and why the building is having a ribbon cutting and there's nothing to see. They're having a ribbon cutting and there's nothing to see.